So the work is pretty broad. It's a lot broader than I was expecting when I arrived at GAD. There's also a lot of involvement with a lot of policy advice and a lot of investigation in things that I wasn't even aware that actuaries could get involved in.
The best thing about my job, I think, is how client-facing it is. I work very closely with our clients externally, but then also that then involves working kind of internally with a big team of people who kind of support the operation that we're doing.
GAD also provides opportunities to go on secondment and work with different departments. I think I've learned so much about how the government works just by being on secondments. I've come back more confident and just ready to take on a new challenge.
I think the main area of difference is the breadth of opportunity that you get here. The number of different clients and the type of projects that you get to work on. It's not the type of work you really get exposed to in the private sector, which makes it really, really interesting.
Joining GAD, actually, I was a bit concerned that there wouldn't be quite that pressure to get things done. But actually, I've been really pleasantly surprised initially. We're sort of at the cutting edge of a lot of decisions that have been made across government.
The projects are so much bigger as well than anything that you'd ever get in the private sector as well. Some of the projects at GAD require a dozen actuaries to be involved, which just means that you need a completely different level of coordination and scoping.
The scale of the numbers was also a bit of a shock when I saw the size of the numbers that we're dealing with. So we're dealing with billions of pounds rather than the millions of pounds. So that's been a nice surprise.
The number of stakeholders involved, the number of people who need to be consulted, bringing all of that together can be really interesting challenge.
I think that the biggest thing is that you can see quite clearly the impact that your work has on the public. We're building quite a lot of online tools at the moment to allow members to sort of tweak assumptions and things and make sure that they're making the right choices where they've got options for their benefits.
The thing that's quite unique about GAD that I probably didn't appreciate when I started out was the impact our work has. It affects broad range of people. It's not just one client you're working on.
What we do is has a sort of direct real world impact on real people and many millions of real people as well. Yeah, I feel like my values are much better aligned with GAD than they were with my previous company.
Working in the private sector, there's always that background feeling in your mind that you're working as a salesperson and you're trying to make money essentially. Working for GAD, you're not working to make a profit or anything, you're doing something that's useful.
I feel like our work has real meaning and we're doing something that is really worthwhile.
All our colleagues across the organisation are working on these fascinating projects. They can come back to us and share that knowledge, they can pass on that expertise.
So I joined GAD in June 2022. A few months later, there was an opportunity to apply for promotion within the team. So I'm now helping the leadership group in terms of sort of steering the team, thinking about our growth within the team and our future plans.
GAD is very keen on learning and development and making sure that everyone's happy in their work and happy in themselves.
The career prospects at GAD are great. There is a lot of emphasis on learning and development.
Everybody's really encouraged to keep developing their skills and look where we can bring in kind of new technologies and that sort of thing to improve what we do here.
Well, I found it to be a really energetic environment. Everyone pitches in. There's a great camaraderie. There's a lot to learn from the people around you, and people have the time to help show you, which is one of the great things.
GAD is a great place to work. People are super friendly. If you've got a question, you can always go to anyone and ask a question. Everyone is approachable and very helpful.
It's really flexible, so I currently work 3 days a week, which has worked really well. And because we do project work, you can sort of be allocated fewer projects rather than just trying to squeeze a 5-day job into 3 days.
The additional flexibilities allows me the opportunity to be with the family and also then have time for myself as well, which I think is important.
I found that the culture is very relaxed, it's very supportive, and there's a lot of friendly faces as well.
I think it's a really, really good place to work.